33 or 34 right now, so that's not going to help your temperatures too much. But at least tonight's quiet, tomorrow's quiet, and part of Monday should stay quiet until our next weather maker makes it here. Now, as far as tonight, we've been clearing out the clouds. Now pretty much mostly clear in most locations. A couple clouds might scoot past the northern part of the state, but shouldn't cause any problems. As far as outside right now, your temperatures, see what I mean about the lake cooling us down? And this is with a northeasterly wind, 36 Manitowoc and Sheboygan. But head further and further west, there's Wapaka checking in with 45, 41 in Shawano. Now, as far as tomorrow, our wind is going like this. So all these counties like Kewaunee, Manitowoc, Dorr, you're going to be a lot cooler. Even the Bay of Green Bay, in some spots, you're going to be cooler as well. Now, it is going to be a relatively cool night, but at least we're going to have the sun, and then we're going to have mostly clear skies. We're going to keep it quiet. Now, Cassandra, it starts out a little bit on the cool side, but give it time. If you live away from the lake, boy, are we warming things up. I'll talk about that coming up.
Now on to our big story at 6. Thick ice on northeast Wisconsin waterways causing problems for those trying to get out on the water. The Coast Guard began breaking up the ice today between the Marinette and Menominee Harbor Breakwall and the Rock Island Passage. But the Coast Guard says they still have a long way to go. NBC 26's Raquel Lamel joins us live at 6 with more.
The ice is still 30 inches thick in some places, but April is almost here and ships that have been stuck at shore need to get moving. And businesses along the water in Sturgeon Bay say this thick ice is starting to hurt them too.
We have all this activity in the summer, and right now we're landlocked.
John Hansen owns Beach Harbor Resort and Boat Rental in Sturgeon Bay. He's supposed to start renting boats to fishermen next week.
We have a lot of reservations that we're already starting to lose, and we'll probably lose more in the upcoming weeks.
30 inches of ice still blanketing Sturgeon Bay. That ice extending all the way to the Great Lakes, keeping cargo ships docked for up to a month. Now it's time for the Coast Guard to come in, breaking ice and clearing a path.
It's so thick that it still brings us to a halt, and so we'll need to back up and go at it again. So it's very slow.
Even fishermen feel the effects from the harsh winter.
You're losing basically almost 1/3 of your income just in the summer alone.
Richard Stevenson runs a fishing boat, but without open water to fish on, he's forced to wait.
This is the coldest winter I've ever seen in 30 years of fishing out there, and I don't know when this is going to leave. It's going to be May.
And although he's losing money in boat rentals, Hansen stays hopeful.
We'll pick up where we lose the open water. We will still pick up a few more ice fishermen because the word will get out that there's still a lot of good ice.
Keeping a positive attitude despite the slow start to spring. Hansen says if the ice doesn't thaw before May, he could lose up to $10,000 in boat rental sales. Raquel Lamel, NBC 26.
Thanks, Raquel. One man is dead, another in the hospital after an early morning crash. This happened just before 2:30 on County Highway W south of Martha Lane in the town of Riverview. Oconee County Sheriff's deputies say the driver of the pickup lost control and hit a tree. The rear passenger, a 19-year-old man from Bondwell, died at the scene. The driver, a 19-year-old man from Neenah, suffered minor injuries. Deputies are still investigating the crash. A former Wisconsin Assembly Majority Leader has been charged with sexually assaulting a political aide. Bill Kramer is accused of trying to kiss and grope the woman after a political event back in April of 2011. According to the criminal complaint, the woman said Kramer was drunk and she was afraid he was going to rape her. Kramer admitted to a detective that he kissed the aide but said he did not try to touch her inappropriately. The state Senate will vote on an oral chemotherapy bill on Tuesday. That's their last day of the session. The law would require insurance companies to cover some of the cost of at-home cancer treatment. Governor Walker says he will sign the bill into law if it does pass. The Fond du Lac police dog, who was shot twice in a deadly standoff, is retiring. K-9 Grindle and officers Ryan Williams and Craig Burkholtz were shot in the 2011 standoff. Officer Burkholtz was killed. Grindle and Williams returned to duty a few months after the incident. A retirement ceremony is set for April 8th. Governor Scott Walker has officially proclaimed today as Vietnam Veterans Day in Wisconsin. More than 165,000 Wisconsinites served in the war, and Vietnam veterans are the largest group of living veterans in Wisconsin. Well, tonight the Wisconsin Badgers looking for a win to send them into the Final Four in the only 1-2 matchup in the Elite Eight. Top-seeded Arizona will play number 2 seed Wisconsin with tip-off at 7:49. NBC 26's Dan Coop joins us live at 6 with a look at this matchup. Dan?
Cassandra, in a month known for its unpredictability, it's really been business as usual in the West bracket when it comes to upsets. With the exception of North Dakota State, The teams who are supposed to win pretty much have, which leaves us with Arizona and Wisconsin, the 1 and 2 seeds respectively in this Anaheim Regional Final. This will be the 46th time the top 2 seeds in a bracket meet in the Elite Eight, with the 2 seed having more wins. For Arizona head coach Sean Miller, he doesn't need a brush-up course on Bucky. It's where he started his coaching career as a graduate assistant back in 1992.
No question, we know Wisconsin's one of the teams a long time ago that established themselves as a team that can be a Final Four team, and here they are.
Both Miller and Badgers head coach Bo Ryan seeking their first Final Four appearance. Badgers win means a Final Four for the first time since 2000. 2 other Big Ten schools have a chance to reach North Texas as well. Coming up in sports, we'll discuss the conference's dominance. Cassandra?
All right, thank you, Dan. Well, March Madness continues not only for the Badgers, but for the fans as well. Many doing some last-minute shopping and heading to their favorite bar hours before the game even gets started. And all of this means money coming into those businesses. NBC 26's Josh Hughes has more.
Busy. Very, very busy.
That's the best word to describe area businesses. Stadium View Bar will be standing room only and has already seen a major increase in sales.
Tonight we're estimating going through probably about 4,500 wings. It's pretty big.
Many look back to the last time the Badgers made the Elite Eight back in 1984.
You see a lot of old jerseys and stuff, and you can see the old sweatshirts and people that have been taking stuff out of their trunks saying, hey, the Badgers are back, so let's go out and support them.
Dave and Art both cheering on Wisconsin.
I'm excited.
After an already great season.
It's great to see the home team doing well.
Some fans coming to Stadium View to watch the game are able to get that last-minute jersey or T-shirt right next door.
At the jersey store,
good seller right here, this Bucky sweatshirt.
Joseph Larson says the store continues to see business grow.
People are getting decked out for the games, and they're getting really excited about it.
In addition to a booming fan base.
There are some bandwagoners, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. They're Badgers fans.
It's clear the Badgers aren't the only ones who keep winning. In Green Bay, Josh Hughes, NBC 26.
Well, if the Badgers win tonight, Stadium View will start selling Final Four T-shirts on April 1st.